this is the first story I wanted to talk about today. So I am going to be watching the chat and we can talk about more. But I've been watching for the Detroit Lions and a press conference from maybe Dan Campbell. I know it's Tuesday. I didn't know if they were going to get on due to what happened last night. But I saw something today that bothered me. It bothered me. And again, shout out to Mr. Poole, man. I don't watch this guy. I don't watch this guy at all because he's become a diva to me. I really respected him when he first started, when he was just a regular old former NFL punter. But Pat McAfee, man. Pat McAfee is feeling some type of way. He's feeling some type of way because the Lions team, organization, PR department decided that they weren't going to, that Dan Campbell, they let Pat McAfee know that Dan Campbell did not have time. Okay? He didn't have time to appear on their show. Now, mind you, Dan Campbell is an NFL head coach of the Detroit Lions. His team is arguably playing the biggest game of the year against a division rival, Green Bay Packer. They are out of padded practices. I don't know if you guys caught that yesterday. The NFL gives you so many per year, and they are out. If the Detroit Lions do indeed get a postseason berth, they will have more granted to them. So this is a busy man. And Pat McAfee is running around like a little baby on his show that he's bummed because the Lions didn't grant permission for Dan Campbell to give him 5 or 10 minutes. Dan Campbell was just on the show 2 weeks ago before we played the Minnesota Vikings. He gave you time. I don't really see a bunch of other coaches that are on the show from the NFL. And I would bring it in because I want y'all to hear what he had to say. But he curses, and I'm not going to bring that in. I don't know if he does a lot on the segment. But the guy is having a natural fit. He's having a fit about the Lions, and he doesn't blame Dan Campbell. He blames the Lions. And the way he's talking about it is as if he's the only one talking about the Lions. Like, and it's sad to see, y'all. It really is sad to see. I know this guy pays these guys. I know Pat McAfee, but it's sad to see a bunch of yes men. And if I ever was big like that, I would not hire a single yes man. Not one yes man. We all know Foxy was interviewed by Denny. I think he was interviewed by the Minnesota Vikings host. Like the Minnesota Vikings channel interviewed this guy before the game. And he was there, and it was sad to see him as a Lions fan, the residential Lions fan, on the show. Just, lap it up to his boss. Lap it up to his boss. The Detroit Lions, no NFL team at all has to do anything for you, Pat. They don't have to be on your show. But I wish I could show it. Mr. Poole, do you remember if it was any cursing in there, man? Because I don't. I know he uses it like a sailor. But the arrogance, the spoiled, the entitlement of Pat McAfee. What is your problem? What is your problem? Okay, not terrible? Okay. I want y'all to see, man. And knowing this guy, if I try to use his content, he'll probably strike me. But it was, in my opinion, it was just the most pathetic thing, man. Should have had this queued up before. But what is Pat McAfee's problem, man? I'm going to let y'all, you know what, I'll give him the view. Go over there and look at it. I'll let y'all go look at it. But if you do this, it's near the end of the show. Go over there to Pat McAfee, and you are going to go to the 2 hour and 43 minute mark. Exactly. And he starts talking about how the Detroit Lions basically did him wrong. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. This right here, I have not liked Pat McAfee, and I'm a nobody when it comes to, celebrity in the NFL and stuff like that. I have not liked him since he became Pat McAfee, the internet celebrity. But I want y'all to go over there and after you watch this video, go to the 2 hour and 43-minute mark exactly. The condescending nature that he's talked about our team because we told him no. And the thing is, he had just, he interviews Aaron Rodgers on Tuesday. And he was, I'm talking about lapping it up. Now he's mockingly saying that he hopes we win because we're America's team and we're destined for greatness. He's lit. Pat McAfee is petty. I can be petty. I think we all can be petty, right? Somebody really, really does you wrong. Some part of you wants to be petty. But Pat McAfee has become the most arrogant, entitled. I have not watched this man, his show regularly since he had probably about 300,000 subscribers. I don't care for him, his attitude, his personality, his entitlement. He was a decent punter in the National Football League. He is a celebrity as a media personality. And his arrogance is ridiculous. So make sure you go over there, check it out. 2 hour 43-minute mark exactly. And tell me what you think of Pat McAfee. He's like, good, telling Aaron Rodgers, good luck on Sunday. If MCDC comes on. And now I'm thinking, see, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful because Dan Campbell might not ever want to come on your show again. Now, he gives himself an out saying that he doesn't think Dan Campbell even knew that they put the request in. Pat McAfee does not like to be told no. And he was told no, and he had a fit, he had a tantrum like a baby, and he is now taking shots at our team because he said we are destined for greatness, but if we lose, he's going to absolutely destroy us. You find it on Pat McAfee's show from today. You go to the 2 hour and 43-minute mark, and it's about a 5 or 6 minute segment. It's right at the end. So let me know your thoughts, man. Do you watch Pat McAfee? I think he's out of line. I think he's been out of line for a long time. And one thing about the internet, man, one thing about fame, period. Fame can really go to your head because I promise you this, Pat McAfee is he's much more famous, what he's doing now, than he ever could have been as the Indianapolis Colts punter. And he was a decent punter, but I promise you that these are two different Pat McAfees. He let the success go to his head, and now he think the NFL owes him something. They don't owe him anything. He has to pay them for the rights to use their footage. But I promise you this, man. You will never see any yes men on Syndicate Sports Detroit. That will never happen. I am not surrounded by them. I don't. Nope. Not a thing. So let me know your thoughts on Pat McAfee.